Hi, and welcome to the SaVeg podcast.
I'm Rose, also known as Cheap Lazy Vegan on YouTube.
And I'm Daniel, one of your favorite guest stars on Cheap Lazy Vegan's YouTube channel.
We're two friends who love to talk about the latest trending topics.
So get comfortable and join us while we give our SaVeg take on just about everything.
You are currently listening to the previous episode of this podcast, but if you would like to listen to this week's episode and get some exclusive content, go over to patreon.com/thesavagepodcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to a very exciting episode of the SaVeg podcast.
AKA, we're both dying.
Guys, we are tired as fuck, okay? Why are we so tired,
Oh my
Rose?
God. Where do we even start, Daniel?
Okay, so I just think that we just need to put a disclaimer out there, guys, that we were bruised, battered, and destroyed by Toronto. This is legit what has happened, and the shitstorm has continued. It has gone nonstop. Really, it has.
I mean, we have a story time.
We have so many story times for you guys today.
We're just going to jump right in with the story time because I'm suffering and you all need to know why.
Rose. Well, and you guys all know that when Rose is suffering, I'm also suffering.
Excuse
me.
You have benefited from my suffering.
This is very true. I did end up with some benefit. So guys, what are we talking about? Rose, why don't you kick off the story time?
Okay, guys. So we made a lovely trip to Toronto over the weekend, and we got there and we're staying at a, relatively nice, or
hotel.
at least what we thought was a relatively nice hotel.
Pretty sure it's like 4 stars.
Yeah. In downtown Toronto.
Decent.
And so we booked it and everything seemed fine.
Yeah.
We had our first night. Everything was fine. Second day, we did a lot. I can't remember what we did.
Yeah. So second day in Toronto, guys. So when we first got to Toronto,
we did a jog.
Yes. So the very second day, we got up early, feeling all motivated. The trip's starting off on the right foot. We went for a jog in the morning. We went all over. We went to.
Oh, and you know who I saw?
Oh, yes.
We saw the NDP leader. We saw a famous politician.
We did.
He be running for prime minister.
He was. Did he?
He did. Yeah.
So we ran into him at the coffee shop after our run. Things were looking so exciting. We didn't even know the shitstorm that was about to come, guys.
We're being so dramatic.
I know, but it's kind of crazy.
It's kind of bad.
Yeah.
So basically, we had a nice coffee, saw the NDP leader. I did a little paparazzi shot.
Yeah.
I was a bit creepy. Daniel was embarrassed.
Very embarrassed. Not a little bit embarrassed.
And then what did we do during the day? We walked to...
So we hit up some lovely vegan places.
Oh, yeah. We had vegan fast food at Globally Local.
Which is now Odd Burger, I guess.
Sure.
But it was still called Globally Local when we went, but I guess they're rebranding as Odd Burger.
Ate a whole shit ton of food. Walked around Kensington Market.
Exactly. Amazing recommendation, guys. That Globally Local was so
Daniel
good.
is having dreams about it. I'm sure.
I wanted to get there. They do this Big Mac burger, but a vegan style. And I was like, we got it on the very second day we were there. And I wanted to order it again later. But by the time I was ready to order it, it was closed.
And you were very sad about it. We'll just have to go back.
That's true. Well,
I mean, anyways.
Yeah.
And then we met up with one of my friends for drinks. And then we met up with one of Daniel's colleagues for drinks.
Yeah.
And those drinks just went on and on.
Yeah. The drinks got really, it
was a lot.
We got very drunk. And we were outside the whole time, right?
So we're outside the whole time.
Yeah.
So then we drank and we got pretty drunk. So then we got back to the hotel, went to bed. In the morning, I wake up, of course, a little hungover.
Both of us, yeah.
Both of us.
Yeah.
And then I realized, I'm like, oh my God, I got all these mosquito bites all over my body. I was like, this is weird. I don't remember getting mosquito bites. I must have been really fucking drunk.
Yeah, last night.
And but then Daniel did not have any mosquito bites. And I was like, that's weird. But mosquitoes generally, I guess they like me in general.
Yeah.
So I was like, whatever, it's fine. Also, I'm traveling, my skin's feeling a little, not so good.
And also it was really humid in Toronto the whole time we were there.
It was pretty disgusting.
So yeah, it was a sticky mess.
Being hungover when it's humid is not a fun time.
It was not fun.
It's not. Anyways. So anyway, it was fine. And then we had another, relatively good day. What did we do?
So we went all over the city again. We actually met up.
What did we? No, that day we were pretty useless, weren't we? During the day.
Oh yeah, during the day we didn't do that much. We went to the pool.
Oh, we went to our shitty hotel pool.
Yeah, we went to the hotel pool.
And then we went to the distillery district.
Distillery district.
But we were a little hungover. So anyways, I wish we didn't drink so much on that.
Yeah.
So anyways. Oh, we met up with Candace from Edgy Veg.
That's right, guys. That was super fun.
Yeah, which was really fun. She's super nice. And because me and Candace, we've been talking online. If you guys don't know, Edgy Veg is another vegan YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And I remember we did like a collab together like years ago when I had first started. So we like knew of each other for like a long time. But we had never met. So we actually met for a nice dinner. And then we went for, of course, drinks. There were some tequila shots. I mean, it was, again, pretty crazy.
And there was a drag show.
We went to the gay district, which is on Church Street. Very interesting.
Super fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then again, fun night, lots of drinking, went to bed. And in the middle of the night, first of all, I'm a bit hungover.
Well,
I'm a bit.
That's
I'm
hungover is
feeling
an
sick.
understatement.
Yeah.
Rose
I'm
is dry
feeling
heaving in the evening. Okay, like we're in bed. It's like 2 a.m. Rose is dry heaving.
I'm so uncomfortable. I can barely sleep. It is hot. It is too cold. Like, you know when you just can't.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, this is weird. I am getting more bites. I have gotten more bites on my arm. Like, this makes no fucking sense because the thing is, I was drunk when I was with Candace, but I wasn't super wasted to the point where I would forget getting a whole bunch of mosquitoes, like literally attacked by mosquitoes. Yeah. So then in the middle of the night when I can't sleep, I just keep like, literally, I'm like scratching my arm. I'm like, this is not normal. And then I just thought in my head, I was like, I feel like it's bed bugs.
Yeah.
Oh God. And then,
oh God, guys.
And I'm just like, again, thinking just all kinds of shit in my fucking head, right? Yeah. I'm just like, fuck my life. I got fucking bed bugs.
And then but this is in the middle of the night, right? So I calmed Rose down and I was like, Rose.
Did I tell you in the middle of the night?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we chatted about it because your driver even woke me up, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. And you're like, are you okay, Rose?
Yeah. And I was like, are you all right? Like, cause I was hungover too. And then I was like, look, Rose, honestly, they're probably just mosquito bites. Let's just sleep. We'll wake up in the morning. We'll deal with this in the morning.
Yes. Well, and the reason why you said it was probably mosquito bites is because, I mean, we were sleeping in 2 separate beds.
Yeah.
But we thought like, I mean, again, I don't know anything about bed bugs. Yeah. So I just thought, okay, it's
if we're
2
in the
separate
same
beds.
room that we would both get bites.
Exactly. I thought Daniel must get bites too if it was if it was bed bugs. And also I didn't get any bites on the first night. So I was like, it can't be bed bugs. Yeah. But again, that like thought was just in my head, right? Because I'm like, this is not normal. No. So then I wake up in the morning.
And these bites were not normal either.
These bites were not normal. The itchiness was not normal. Yeah. And like, I just know what mosquito bites look like on me. And it just wasn't.
Something wasn't adding up.
Something was not adding up. Yeah. Okay. The equation did not add up.
So what did we see in the morning,
So
Rose?
then in the morning. So in the morning I wake up and again, this like idea, even though Daniel, like again, I just kept going back and forth. I was like, I don't think it's bed bugs. But then in the morning I was like, I'm just going to check the bed. So we start like.
Because you had more bites in the morning.
I had more bites in the morning. Yeah. I was itchy as fuck. I wanted to kill myself. Yeah. So we're just like, we start like looking under the mattress. And then what do I see on top of one of the pillows?
Ugh, guys, it was so gross.
First, it looked like just like a little black dot. Yeah. And I freaked the fuck out. Yeah. And I like jumped up and I was like, oh my God.
What is that?
I was like, Daniel, what the fuck is that? Yeah. I was like, I'm pretty fucking sure that is a fucking bug. And then he looked and the thing moved. Yep. It moved, guys. It was a fucking bed bug. Oh my fucking. Anyways.
It was bad.
So then, of course, I start screaming. We freak the fuck out.
Of course, we like freak out because the thing with bed bugs is like they can get into your like clothes, in your bags. So we're like freaking out trying to like move everything away from the bed. Like luckily our bags were kind of against the wall anyway. But like who knows where the bed bugs are hiding in the room. Like seriously.
Exactly. And that room, I'm sorry, was not that clean looking.
No, it was for a 4-star hotel. I was very disappointed.
I know. It looked very like dark and dungeony.
Definitely. And like we were just like, hey, we need to go downstairs. We're going to talk to the hotel.
Yeah,
like,
I called them. I was like, there's bed bugs. And then they were like, okay, come downstairs. And then apparently we had to leave all our, because like you have to, like when you have fucking bed bugs. Yeah. First of all, I did not realize I'm going to be learning all kinds of knowledge. Fun-filled knowledge about bed bugs this trip. Mm-hmm. But, you just never know what you're going to learn.
And what you're going to encounter.
Yeah. So then the hotel's like, okay, just like put all your clothes and shit into your bag and then we're going to like steam it or do whatever. Fumigate, whatever, right? Because like you got to get rid of that shit. Otherwise, you're going to bring that shit with you. So then they were like doing that shit and they're like, you know what? And then we're going to run We're going to get a third party company to come in and do an assessment and then
verify
if there's bed bugs. I'm like, bitch, I got a fucking video. Okay, there's a goddamn bed bug in my goddamn bed.
She's still itching, guys.
It's itchy. Anyways.
Oh, no.
So then we were like, okay, fine. We'll just get out. I'll get myself some fucking medicine or whatever, which didn't help at all, by the way. I think I needed something stronger. Anyway.
Did you put like aloe or something? Or like...
I put some aloe. Like nothing's helping, guys. Please, somebody save me.
The worst part is, so then that day, if it couldn't get any worse for poor Rose, that day we decided to go to Toronto Island. Because I was thinking, we're going to go to Toronto Island. We're going to try to enjoy the day. Let's make the most of it. They're sorting out our room right now.
And we're still hungover at this point.
Yeah, we're still. So we're both hungover quite viciously. The day is so hot. It's so muggy. Imagine Rose is like covered in all of these bites that are super itchy, plus like sweaty and gross. And Rose is like, all I want to do, Daniel, is when we get to that fucking island is have a coffee and just sit and relax. I said, no worries. So we get to the island and I forgot how big Toronto Island was. And I found this like really cute coffee shop. I was like, oh, here's the River Cafe, or I don't remember what it was called.
No, this is what happened. We looked at the map, which was like a drawn, like we didn't look at the Google map. We looked at like the drawn on map of the island.
Which makes it not look as big.
Exactly. Like we had no idea. Yeah. Like it didn't look that big. Like, I mean, I didn't know, right? Like I had no idea. And then we're like, okay, let's just go to this thing. It's basically on the other side of the island. Mind you, Daniel used to live in Toronto, so
I mean I should know, but anyway, so we start walking to this like coffee shop, and like we're walking and it's so hot and we're so sweating.
Humid. I was dying.
It was literally a 40-minute walk.
And I thought I was going to die.
And the whole time Rose was like, I'm going to fucking kill you, Daniel. I'm going to fucking kill you. So then we have our coffee. Finally, the place was really cute, to be fair. So we sat there. It was cute. Yeah, we enjoyed our coffees, whatever else.
I was just sad that I was so hungover and itchy and disgusting that day. No. Like, I think I would have enjoyed it so much if I was just like in a better state. Like just, you know, when you're just physically just like nothing will like no matter where you are, you could be in Disneyland.
Yeah.
And like wanting to kill yourself.
Of
course.
I
was in that state.
If you're feeling that way, and especially like just the sheer like being in a constant state of itch, I can't even imagine what that's like.
Daniel, it's not fun.
I can like guys, we need to send love to Rose, send love her way.
So then so that happened. Oh, and then
gets even better, guys.
Oh God,
the day was not over yet.
The day was not on my side.
Not for Rose.
So we had a big iced Americano at the cafe. It was great. Daniel went to the bathroom. I thought about going to the bathroom, but he said the bathroom was disgusting. At that point, I was like, I don't necessarily need to pee yet. Yeah. I think I'm fine. Yeah. We'll just take the ferry or whatever.
And then Uber home.
Exactly. The water taxi to the other side. It doesn't take that long. Yeah. It'll be fine. Mind you, I totally forgot how small my bladder is, first of all. So we got on this water taxi situation. At this point, I'm like, okay, I kind of do need to pee. Yeah. We get to the other side. I don't really have patience to try to look for, a bathroom. And the Uber, if we called it, it would have been like a 10-minute drive. Okay.
Yeah.
Call the Uber. At this point, I'm dying. Yeah. Okay. I'm waiting for this fucking Uber. It's going to be 5 minutes. And I was dying.
And Rose
my bladder was starting to just, it felt like it was literally going to explode.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I start to freak out. And I'm like, oh God, okay, you know what? I just need to wait the 10 minutes. Just get in the Uber and just like hold my breath or something for like fucking 10 minutes. Yeah. I'll be okay.
I don't think it was even 10 minutes. I think it was like 7 minutes to the hotel.
Maybe. It was not that far, right? No. I mean, again, in theory, it was not that far. But also, I think Uber doesn't take into consideration like the traffic lights and stuff.
And traffic can get pretty bad in Toronto.
Exactly. So then we got in this fucking Uber. And then at this point, I was literally like, I was holding on to dear life. I was like sweating, like, you know, when you have cold sweats.
Rose was like shaking.
I was shaking. I was like, and poor Daniel, you were like, oh my God, Rose, you need to like breathe.
I was like, just breathe through it. Me. It was like she was birthing a baby or something,
Genuinely. Like, I can't think of anything. Like, I feel like this is like the, maybe the second most painful thing next to childbirth. So, then I'm sat. I literally, guys. You guys have. I'm sure you've all experienced that level of pain, but like it's been a very long time since I've experienced that level of pain.
Well, and this is when it gets really good, guys, because as we're leaving, the Uber driver makes the wrong right and ends up on the freeway where there's like limited exits, so he can't just get off the freeway. So he ends up on the freeway going a completely wrong direction. Literally, our ride goes from 7 minutes to like 14 minutes.
Yep.
over in 2 seconds.
And I was already like, even the 7 minutes seemed impossible for me.
Yeah.
So when it literally went to like 14 minutes, and I know I'm vegan and I'm cruelty free and stuff, but I wanted to murder the Uber driver. Like, I was ready to give up my vegan lifestyle and kill somebody.
Yeah.
I was ready to commit homicide.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, oh my fucking God.
But it doesn't stop there, guys. So the Uber driver took the wrong direction. It's taking forever for us to get back to our hotel.
It probably took another 20 minutes.
Exactly. And because every time we'd hit the lights, it wouldn't be like a left turning light. So we'd have to wait for so long just to get through. We were hitting like, honestly, it was like Murphy's Law. We were hitting like every single red light possible. We were never hitting a green light. Rose is literally like physically shaking. I can see her leg pulsing like this. And I was like, Rose, just breathe through it. Just
like,
breathe
you thought
through
I was
it.
going to pee in my pants.
I did. And then I was like, oh God. And then I was like, Rose, here's the plan. As soon as we get to the hotel, just run up to the second floor because they had like bathrooms up there. So I was like, you just go, just fucking gun it.
Book it.
I'll go to the hotel lobby and get our new room keys for our new, hopefully bed bug free room. At this point. So Rose fucking books it as soon as we're in the hotel, right? So I'm at the front desk, like getting the keys for the room and whatever else. And all of a sudden my phone starts going. I was like, what the hell? Why is Rose calling me?
Honestly, if you didn't pick up, I think our friendship would have been over at that moment.
So I picked up the phone and it was Rose and she was like, they're locked. They're locked and I can't get in. I was like, Rose, what? Calm down. It was so funny.
And then, I mean, I was dying. So basically, I walked upstairs where the bathrooms were, and they were locked. And I was like, oh my God, why are they locked? And then I realized I don't have my room key. Daniel has the room key.
Yeah.
So I had to call Daniel.
Because she couldn't even get into the gym area where
the
bathrooms were.
To be fair, like, kudos to you. You did come up very quickly. I was like, seriously, I was like, oh my God, if he's like fucking slow, I swear to God. It's friendship over. Like, it's about to be a double homicide.
Oh, God.
Anyways, so then, finally, and then so I had to go through the gym, through the fucking pool.
Yeah.
And I finally peed, and it was literally for like 2 minutes. Like, it was a nonstop stream.
Oh God, guys, honestly.
Oh my God. And then, I was afraid I was going to get a bladder infection. Like, it was that bad.
Oh God, that was a day, guys. That was such
Oh God,
a day.
that was just painful.
Oof.
And then what happened the next day, Daniel? Well, basically, so I mean, we're not going to give you the whole trip story, but on our last day, so
on her last evening,
I mean, not luckily, this is the bare minimum they should have done, but they did inspect it, and yes, there were bed bugs.
Fuck.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
And they did give us the entire stay comped.
Yeah.
So I was saying to Daniel, I was like, I mean, you are incredibly lucky because I had to endure all of that pain and suffering, and you just got a free fucking trip.
I did. Got a free hotel stay. I just have to put up with you. That's all, Rose.
Oh God! I mean, to be fair, that is worth a lot. So.
Oh God! But then just the icing on the cake, guys. As if things couldn't get any more dire.
So
right?
we flew. We need to give more context.
Yeah. So we flew. We had to get up. So this was our very last night in the hotel. We had to get up for our flight at 3:30 in the morning and literally leave at like 4 to be at the airport. So we had to get up super early, and we're like, you know what? We're gonna go for a nice evening stroll. We're gonna go to bed early. Both of us like start lying down at like, I don't know, 10.
Yeah, which was already quite late because then we would only get a certain number of hours. But you know what? We're like, it'll be fine.
Yeah, but both of us tossing and turning, couldn't really fall asleep. Finally, around 12:30.
Yeah, we were both tossing for like a long time, maybe like 2 hours.
12:30 around that time, fall asleep, and I'm thinking, oh, this is glorious. And then out of nowhere, what happens, Rose?
Beep, 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 beep. I woke up, you guys. Seriously, I was ready. Like, thank God guns are not legal in Canada.
Oh God, because Rose would have done something, okay?
If I had a gun, I'm just saying.
Toronto was pushing her to the edge.
No, so it starts something starts beeping
really loudly.
I wake up and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then I was not in a happy place.
No.
And then Daniel has this weird coping mechanism.
Yeah.
Where you just laugh hysterically.
Because it was such a stressful situation. I didn't know what was going on.
It's better than how I reacted because I was literally like, I'm literally going to shoot somebody.
I know. And I was just
and then Daniel's like, and we were like, what the fuck is this sound? I was like, is this a fire alarm? I look at the clock. It's 12:30 or something. It's like almost 1 maybe. And I was like,
exactly.
oh my God, it keeps beeping. We try to call the front desk. It's like busy.
Yeah.
And then they finally do like an announcement. And they were like, what do they say?
The fire department's on their way. They're just coming to investigate.
Yes.
There's been a fire alarm
In
emergency in the
parking lot
parkade or whatever. So this goes on for
so long.
Like 25 minutes probably.
I mean, it felt like it was maybe about 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
But it felt like forever.
Yeah. And finally they get back on the intercom. This is the best part. They're like, guys, no worries. Fire department's come. It was a false alarm. Don't have to evacuate, whatever. Right. So we're like, okay, cool. Then they decide to announce that about 3 times to tell us that it was a false alarm.
Forever.
Yeah. And I was like, guys, like we got it the first time. Anyway, so finally, after all this,
there's silence.
There is silence. And I'm thinking.
It was glorious.
And we're like, oh, yes, we can finally go to bed. And then for the next half an hour, intermittently, every, 5 minutes, the alarm would go off again.
Yeah. Beep, beep. And there's no more announcements. It just kept going.
But
I was like,
but then it would stop and like tease you for like 5 minutes, and you would be on edge, and you'd think, is the alarm going off again? And then you're like, oh no, this is fine. I can finally fall asleep. You don't have to get up in like an hour basically to fucking get ready for this flight. And then you start drifting off, and then it would be beep. I was like, and Rose was like, what the fuck is going on in this place? I can't handle it. I was like, oh my God, we need to get out of here.
Oh my God, it was bad. So basically, we barely got any sleep.
Yeah.
And then we flew. Our flight was okay. So one of the reasons why our flight was very early is because we got a very cheap flight to Toronto. Yeah. It was $150 round trip per person, which usually it's like $500-$600.
Yeah.
Which is very cheap. But we flew an airline called Flyer. And I mean, to be fair, it wasn't horrible, but there's definitely some bad things. For example, the fact that it was such an early flight. Now I think it's not worth the early flight.
Oh, it's definitely not worth it, Rose.
Because we might as well have just gotten a red eye.
Yeah.
Like we should have just that would have been the same.
Because then we would have saved on hotel costs too.
Exactly. We didn't get any sleep.
Yeah.
We paid for the hotel room, which I guess we didn't.
Yeah.
I paid with my pain and suffering. Okay.
Yes.
And then, so anyways, that's why. And then you couldn't sleep on the plane.
No, it was just,
and that's why we're dead.
Yeah, and that's why
that was a long ass motherfucking story time.
Then both of us worked all day today.
Oh my God.
And we're back here.
I want to puke. I want to die. But we're recording this for you guys.
Exactly, because we didn't want to leave you guys this week without an episode. Right? So we are here for you.
We have obligations,
Exactly.
Hope you enjoy that story time.
One thing I was going to say, I think that story time really gives a new meaning to sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite.
Oh my God, honestly.
Are you ever going to say that to your children, Rose?
It is too soon,
Sleep
Daniel.
tight, don't let the bed bugs bite.
It is too soon.
That is too soon.
Honestly, the entire time I was thinking about that saying, I was like, who says that fucking saying?
Yeah.
If anybody ever says that to me.
Oh, and I think the creepiest thing about the bed bugs is just knowing that while you were sleeping, they were crawling all over you, eating you.
Oh, God. It is disgusting.
Rose.
And the entire time, guys, Daniel's like beside me, just like monitoring my scratching.
Well, because they're going to scar. If you
I know.
Scratch them, you're going to scar.
But it's uncomfortable.
So do you guys, and does anyone know, and another thing too, guys, another reason why this is such a shocking story is like Rose and I have both done a substantial amount of traveling all over the world.
I've stayed in the dirtiest hostels in fucking Asia, in fucking
everywhere.
Europe, the cheapest motherfucking hostels all over the goddamn world. And I've never, ever had bed bugs.
Yeah.
And neither have you.
No, and never in my entire life. I've seen people with bed bugs bites before. That's why I was kind of like unsure. But then, but I've never actually had them ever. Well, and I guess I didn't really have them in this story either, did I?
I fucking hate you, Daniel. You know what they say? Misery loves company. I should have just thrown that bed bug in your face.
Oh my God.
Misery loves company, Daniel.
Damn, then we could be miserable scratching together, itching, yelling at each other. God damn.
Oh God, you guys. Anyways, that was the trip. It was an experience. Here's the thing. This is what I always say. In a maybe, you know what, I'm gonna give it 2 weeks before I can full on laugh about this. Okay? But if something bad happens, it's gonna be okay. Just just let the time pass.
Yeah.
And then you're going to laugh about it. And
Exactly.
now we have a good story
We
time.
do have a good story about it, guys. So now we can always talk about that story that Rose was attacked viciously by bed bugs.
God.
Oh, it just gives me the heebie-jeebies even thinking about it. I really hope we didn't bring any back with us because that would suck.
So they steamed everything.
Yeah.
And then I also ran everything through the wash again.
Me too. And I put it through my dryer on like a high heat.
Oh, God.
Because apparently it's the heat that kills them.
Yeah.
So hopefully,
While
I'm itching. Oh, God, guys. Let's not think about it. Yeah.
Anyways, speaking of bugs, let's talk about Jeff Bezos.
Oh, yes. So, guys, this is kind of old news, but I thought it was a good one to talk about.
Is it old news?
Well,
it was last week.
It happened last week. Yeah.
Yes.
So it's kind of old news, but we want to talk today a little bit about, so this whole, and it's not just Jeff Bezos, because I believe that Richard Branson and someone else
all
is
these
doing.
billionaires keep going to motherfucking space.
So this is the new thing, like the new my penis is bigger than yours.
I have way too much money and I don't know what to do with it.
Exactly. It's like, I'm going to start trying to do these trips to space. And I guess the whole story with Jeff Bezos, he did this mission of this spaceship, which was very phallic looking. Did you see the spaceship?
Wait, I want to see. Is there a photo?
Yeah, I think so. Hang on.
Phallic looking.
It is.
Is that him? Oh my God. Are those the photos? Wow, it's like even more phallic looking than other spaceships.
Exactly. I just think to myself, I'm like,
what sort of messaging are we?
I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean
that is
that
ridiculous.
really is.
So I guess Jeff Bezos is going to be the second billionaire space race.
Second in the billionaire space race? That's fucking disgusting.
Following Richard Branson's July 11th flight. So all these billionaires are, getting in their penis rockets and they are ejecting themselves for approximately a 10-minute ride, which most have commented in memes that that's probably longer than his sex life.
Oh, God.
Because apparently this whole thing is the spacecraft went up for 10 minutes and then I guess they had to launch something out and then it just they came back down or whatever.
So correct me if I'm wrong, but to go to space, don't you have to have some kind of training, or is it because he's only going for the 10 minutes? It's fine.
Well, I think that it wasn't just him. I think it wasn't him by himself.
Right, but
he was with
doesn't
a crew.
your body have to but again, I guess it is because if you're staying there for a while, if you're an astronaut.
Exactly.
Okay. So we've had an extensive discussion about this already.
Yeah.
And I was thinking as soon as I saw this, there's a thought that dawned on me.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think, first of all, it's you're already kind of hated quite heavily by a lot of people. I mean, you are admired by some people.
Yeah.
But also hated by a lot of people. I'm talking about Jeff Bezos.
Specifically,
and also other, billionaires that are kind of whatever, doing this kind of dumbass shit.
Well, and also have the thing with Jeff Bezos, it's not just that he's doing this dumbass shit.
Exactly.
It's Amazon's come on fire so many times and their business practices.
Yeah. And there was a quote where he said after he did this, he did an interview.
He thanked all the employees and stuff.
He was like, oh, I just want to thank all the Amazon customers, which I mean, that part makes sense.
Yeah.
And then he also said, I also want to thank the Amazon employees for making this trip possible. And I don't think he understands what he just said because he basically just said, thanks, because without me exploiting your asses,
I wouldn't be able to do this.
Yeah, which is so fucking true.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking to myself, I'm like, if I had so much money, this is he's about to be a trillionaire, I think.
Something ridiculous.
And if I had that much money, even if it's only for my selfish interests of me wanting to leave a legacy, I would actually want to, because people keep saying how he has enough money to literally end world hunger. And I'm sure it's more complicated than that. Yeah. But still, you have so much money to make such a big impact.
Yeah.
And I feel like I would just do that because I'm like, how much more of an impact would that be? And how much more would people love you if you did that?
Instead of having this pissing contest where they're my spaceship's bigger than yours, I can eject myself up into the atmosphere a little bit higher than yours and for a little bit longer. I didn't know we're comparing that kind of stuff, guys. But you're right. Actually, my call out is to these guys is you guys literally have the ability to make some substantial changes in the world. You know what I mean? Really like you're saying, Rose, is with that kind of money, you could potentially, obviously there's a complex issue around world hunger and whatever else.
Yeah.
But imagine ending something or investing a shit ton of money into some kind of I don't know, disease research that cures this disease or something. You literally have so much money to do this and do good with this money. And in some ways, it's a bit selfish, but it's selfish in a
selfless way.
Selfless way. Yeah. I feel like at least that way, you know, you're helping society, you're doing something that's contributing.
Instead of fucking wasting millions of dollars doing this dumbass shit that no one else benefits from.
Exactly. Because like literally, like I just don't understand like going to space, like other than this like little pissing contest. And it probably costs like hundreds of millions of dollars to do this.
This is what I'm saying.
So I'm like,
it's just, I just don't get it. But then we were also saying that like maybe the mindset of a billionaire just can't go to where we just went. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But like, why though? Even just because, even if you are so self-absorbed, honestly, I would just be like, imagine how much people would love me.
Yeah.
If I like really made such a positive impact on them. Like, wouldn't, like, no?
I know. You know, there's this argument because I know that a lot of billionaires out there, well, not a lot, but there's a few that have joined this organization. Yeah. Whereby it's like, I can't remember what it's called, guys.
Is it the one where they donate after they're dead or something?
Yeah. So after they die, they donate like, you know, 90% of their wealth or something like this, like a huge amount of their wealth. I guess I can't remember.
Is that Warren Buffett? Is he also part
Warren
of it?
Buffett's on it.
Yeah.
I think.
See, people look at that and they think, oh, that's really like, I used to think that too.
Yeah, and people think, they're like, oh my God, this is amazing. That's like amazing. You know, it's like,
you're so selfless.
It's like if Rose, if you said, oh, I'm going to give all these charities this much money when I die, like, okay, great. So that's going to be in what, like 60 years? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like going to be such a long time away. Yeah. And they're like, well, you know, you could make real change now.
Yeah. And like, do you really need $500 million or $1 billion?
Okay. And I might be a little bit controversial here on this podcast, guys, but I don't think nobody, not one single person needs $5, $6, $7, $8 billion.
It's like, that's why it's like, again, you can keep the 1 billion, honey. Yeah. Like, I don't know how many, what's he worth? Like
so
whatever.
Much.
Keep 1 billion and you will not be able to spend that in your lifetime. So like, I think the reason why people think, oh my God, he's worth, guys, over 200 billion US dollars. Keep 1 billion and imagine if he like did good things with the rest.
This is what I mean.
And right now, because I used to think like, oh, Warren Buffett, like he's like a very, you know, he's like a more giving guy. I think he is compared to other.
He is in relation.
In relation. But then the idea that like he still wants to hold on to like every single penny until, I mean, maybe he is donating at the moment.
I think they do get involved. To their credit, I mean, they do get involved in charities and stuff, and they do give away some of their wealth, right? But you're looking at someone that's worth, okay, let's say $209 billion, and obviously it's and this is another thing too, actually, someone's net worth is very difficult to determine, right? Because basically, the way that a lot of these individuals, their net worth is calculated is by publicly traded assets, right? So, like for example, any company that you're a shareholder on, you could see that person's share. So they could look at Jeff Bezos and say, okay, he's a shareholder of all of these companies times the share price, whatever else. That's what his net worth is. What you can't see with a lot of these people is they quite often say that their net worth is underestimated, because there's a lot of private assets that we don't actually see or know. Like, and there's actually a lot of wealth. I remember, I think this was in a documentary I was watching. Forbes or someone was talking about it, and they were saying like there's so much wealth that is privately owned that we have no way of kind of of like seeing it.
So this is just based on like publicly traded.
I think mostly? some of it might be some private, but like it's just hard to say, because like you said, like if you owned this house and you own shares, you owned other stuff, it would be really easy for us to say, okay, Rose's net worth is X. But if you also own some stuff privately in a trust company, all this stuff, how the heck are we ever going to know?
True. So you're saying that he could be worth more.
Yes.
Jesus
potentially. Again, guys, I don't know for sure, but there's a lot of stuff where it's like, other than, you know, because you don't have access to these people's bank accounts, you don't have access to any of this stuff, you don't know anything, right? So you don't actually, it's so hard to determine exactly what someone's net worth is. Yeah. So,
just imagine if like the richest guy in the world decided to like literally spend like the majority of his income on like, or his money or his net worth, whatever the fuck, okay, on just like doing some crazy ass shit and like doing helping the world. Yeah. Imagine, like, wouldn't that be nice?
Well, it's even like, even Jeff Bezos. So he's what, 57 years old right now. And if he even joined that, I think it's called the Giving Pledge or something. Right. Where you give away a certain amount of your wealth. And if he said, okay, I'm going to give away half of my wealth when I die. Right. So he's 57. I mean,
does he have children?
I
feel like he doesn't.
Maybe not. I'm not sure. I don't know too much about him, to be honest.
Yeah.
But like, he's 57 years old, 57, 67, 77, 87. So it looks like he lives to 87, which, you know, is a pretty average age. I feel like, well, maybe it's a little bit higher, but 87, that's 30 more years of his wealth just doing nothing for other people. Like, you know what I mean? Not saying that like.
And him paying Amazon workers nothing.
Exactly. That's another disgusting thing.
Yeah.
It's like, you have this much money, yet you can't afford to pay your staff properly.
And yet you have to go to space.
And yet you're going to waste.
God.
Like, imagine how you would feel as an employee if your boss was treating you like not great. Okay. You had to pee in fucking cups or whatever.
Is he making these decisions?
Well, it's not just him. Right?
It must be like, I feel like he's just, this is the thing. I feel like he is so out of touch to the point where like I don't even think he's paying much attention to what's happening.
Yeah.
Because if he knew the amount of things that people were saying about Amazon, I feel like he wouldn't have said something so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But anyway, he's
it's crazy.
It's a crazy one.
And also it's not a good idea, even if you have children, to hand down so much money.
Yeah.
I think that's another thing. It's like if you're a billionaire, it is probably a good idea, instead of having your worth like just hand it down to your kids, it is probably a good idea to join the giving pledge or whatever.
Rose, they worked for that money. They earned every single penny.
Their kids didn't.
No, I know.
Exactly. Their kids didn't. That's the whole point.
But even this concept of them working hard for this money,
that's bullshit too.
It's been proven that it's not correct. And look at this. You know, it's funny like how you have all these other billionaires up here.
Yeah.
So look at Mackenzie Scott, 61 billion. That's his ex-wife. That's what she got in the divorce settlement.
Can you imagine?
Fuck, that's crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
But you know what? More money, more problems, guys.
Exactly. This is it.
That is way too much money. Nobody like it is not going to make you happier because you have $64 million or $67 million. And like the dude makes probably like tens of thousands every second.
Yeah. Like literally.
Yeah, like at that point, it's like, would you even care?
Like it would. Well, you wouldn't. That's why you're doing these crazy things, like going onto a spaceship, because you have nothing. You have so much money, you don't know what to do with it.
That's why it's so stupid. Because like one of the things, like one of the indicators of like happiness, or like one of the things that people feel happy, doing, is when you actually give to other people. Like that's actually one of the things that people say, which is kind of like, again, it's one of those things that's like selfish but also selfless, because if you give, like, you know, presents, or if you give someone a gift of, I don't know, whatever, right? You actually increase your happiness. So then, like, wouldn't you want to do that? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, if I had this much money, I would definitely look into what's going to make me the happiest.
Yeah. But I mean, this is just us, and we don't have that money, so we can't say what we would do. But yeah, I don't know. I do feel like one of the nice things, and if you had that a monumental amount of wealth, one of the nice things, or one of the things, and actually some people have done this, like they'll, invest, or like, and not invest, but like, build public buildings and like halls, and, leave actually a legacy.
Yeah. Well, I feel like he would do maybe stuff like that. What do you think?
Potentially.
Because he is very, self-absorbed,
exactly.
I'm sure.
So,
but anyway. I also do think getting people that make it to like billions of dollars, like you've become like literal billionaire, it is quite egocentric as well. So you're probably very heavily driven by those like numbers, by like, I became a billionaire. Yeah. I just beat Bill Gates, I just beat Elon Musk, like that kind of shit.
Well, it was like, I saw that that's explained, and there was, I think Mark Cuban was on there, and he's like another billionaire. Oh, he's like 5 or 6 billion or something. And he was like, I was thinking the other day, and I was like comparing myself in the rankings, and I was like, God, you're not doing that well, compared to the other people, like, God. And then he's like, well, hang on a second, I'm still a fucking billionaire.
Oh my God.
I was like, these guys, like, seriously?
Please sit your fucking ass down.
Oh, it's just,
I know.
But part of the problem isn't just them. It's that we've created a society where you can, like, this happens.
And we've created a society where we look up to these people.
Yes.
That's another thing. We value people based on how much money they have.
Exactly. Not the actual person that they are.
Not how nice they are, not how good they are, not how much of a good impact they're making in the world.
Exactly.
But we just look at their numbers and we're like, oh my God. Like,
wow, this person's amazing.
Yeah.
They've worked so hard.
Oh, fuck, that's
harder
bullshit.
than everyone else. I'm like, guys, there's 24 hours in a day. Okay. And maybe I'll give Jeff Bezos credit. Maybe he works like,
I'm sure he worked very hard.
Exactly. Okay? And he worked hard, right? But again, there's only 24 hours in a day. So even if I worked every single motherfucking hour, that one person, including Jeff Bezos, could only work 24 hours in a day.
And also, he just developed the system. So he's not the one selling shit on Amazon.
Exactly.
Anyways. There you go.
Moving on,
another
guys.
Amazon rant fest
Exactly.
over.
Oh God, Amazon. And then, I don't want to shop from there anymore. But it's
I
so
know,
hard. 'Cause
that's another
everything's
thing.
on there.
We're contributing to the fucking problem. But also, he made it like that. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
He made it like, how do I say? It's like predatory the way that he did it.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's like no one can compete.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay. Well, what is this news with Lil Nas X?
Okay, so Lil Nas X. I freaking love Lil Nas X.
What happened?
So basically, obviously, we talked about him before because remember he had the whole Satan shoe.
Yes.
And then he did this really scandalous music video that was like poking fun at like the church and like heaven and hell concepts.
Yes. And being gay and stuff.
Exactly.
Because he's gay, right?
Yeah, he is gay.
So he, in the music video, if you guys didn't see it, he basically gives like Satan a lap dance.
Yeah.
So it's basically like a fuck you to like the church. I think he did grow up in like a
very religious community.
Right.
And he said this is what he wanted to do because it's like, you art is inspired through your own experiences, right? And one thing I love though is that he is like, and obviously him and his team or whatever, they're coming up with some like pretty controversial stuff right now, but I'm kind of living for it because I'm like,
tell me.
So he's actually released this new music video. I guess it's called Industry Baby. So I watched it and it's like, you know how so many of like, because he's like a rapper, right? You know how so many of the rappers, they always have like scantily clad women dancing with them and all of this stuff. So he decided that, you know what, he's going to film this in like a prison, in this fake prison, and literally surrounded by like hot guys, like dancing with him, dancing on him, like all of this stuff, which of course a lot of people are like, oh my God. And
How dare you?
Exactly. And then there was a little bit of backlash because what the rapper that he collaborates with on this song, there's like another rapper in it.
Yeah.
He's straight, the rapper he collaborates with. So he's dancing with the female prison guard, right? Like that's his like, and then everyone's like, well, why is Lil Nas's backup dancers all of these guys? And he like literally put in a tweet and he was like, let me break it down for you. Me equals gay. This guy equals straight. I don't know how else. Like he like literally put that in his tweet. Was like, okay,
is that the woke people? Like the super woke?
Well, I think part of it was that, and part of it was like talking about how it's like because it was all the black men were gay in it, like dancing with him, and then the white guy was straight. They were saying it's like not like a good representation or something like that.
Oh my God, people!
I know.
Let's calm down.
Whereas I'm like, actually, what Lil Nas is doing because that particular industry, like the rap industry, like
is especially quite
homophobic.
Exactly, yeah,
like,
and also a little like I don't want to say sexist,
over sexualized. For sure.
There you go. Yeah, women are very over sexualized.
Yes,
exactly.
And it's like he's kind of flipped that on his head and is doing this like and I just love it. It's like so tongue in cheek. And
you are right though. I feel like the rap industry historically, I mean not just rap industry, but like basically music an industry is very homophobic. Yeah,
they don't ever have like. This is the first time.
Yeah, when do we ever have a guy doing like lap dances and shit?
Exactly. This is the first time in my lifetime that I'm seeing music videos with like this kind of stuff, you know? Yeah. And like think about
I love it.
I know, I love it. Like, and also it's his representation as well. Like I don't know. I just think it's like so well done. And as part of this, I guess he like partnered with a charity. Hang on, I'm just gonna see the name of it, called Bail X Fund. So he like partnered with this charity because he wants to like promote, obviously part of it's like promoting the video and everything else, but also he acknowledged that there's a disproportionate amount of black people in the prison system.
Yeah.
And so he's partnering with this Bail Fund project, it's called, which helps he launched a partnership with the Bail Project that aims to cover bail funds for people across the country. Yes.
Yeah, because one of the problems, and I think we talked about this in one of our old episodes, is that one of the problems is that bail is, if you are poor, right? And unfortunately in America, black people are disproportionately lower income.
Yeah.
And if you are in that situation, first of all, you're more likely to commit crimes because you're poor, you don't have money. Okay. And then also you get incarcerated, or you get sent to prison, and then you can't even make bail in order to leave for, in order to wait for your trial or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. You get just trapped in the system, basically.
You get trapped, and then you might get into more trouble because you're already in a place that's violent with people that might, would try to like fight you or something.
Exactly.
So anyways, basically one of the big problems is that people like don't have money to fucking pay the bail before this is before they actually go to court.
Exactly.
Right.
It's kind of crazy. It's like I guess this group was saying like black men are 50% more likely to be detained than white defendants. We kind of talked about this before.
Yeah.
And also they receive bail amounts generally that are twice as high as the bail set for white defendants. And they are usually less likely to be able to afford it.
I didn't even know that it was twice as high.
It's bullshit. The whole system, guys, is the system is rigged. I fucking hate it.
For sure.
But I just like love.
That's awesome that that. First of all, they're bringing awareness to it and also helping people with the bail, right?
So
the bail thing is like fucked.
I know it is.
It is so fucked.
It's like
just imagine, because like you could get wrongfully accused, and then you can't afford a lawyer, and then you can't afford bail, and then you just get stuck.
And then you get stuck there for like months.
Yeah,
into your trial.
For some people, it's like years.
Yeah,
it's fucked.
That's such a crazy thing. But anyway, I just like love, like, again, I'm really loving like Lil Nas, his team.
Love him.
What they're doing lately is like, because even when that Call Me by Your Name or whatever that was came out as well. I love that song. I'm just like,
it's so good. And then the funny thing is though, the backlash that song got, like for example in that music video, I'm just like, I mean, I don't know what's happening with this video, but I just remember like all the religious people are like, oh my God, this is just so bad. Yeah. And it's like, this is exactly what he wanted.
No, exactly.
This is how that song became more popular.
Exactly. That song became huge. And the same thing's happening with this one. They were saying like when the song was released, it's like, it was like huge. It's become like again, another like huge hit for him. I mean, his team is really smart. They're doing
very
some smart moves.
That is some good marketing.
Exactly. And not only is it good marketing, kind of, what is it, like playing the game? They're playing the game well, and also making some positive change.
Exactly. It's not just being like dramatic for no reason.
Exactly. So I'm like, honestly, such a big
fan.
Lil Nas fan. Not Lil Nas fan. Lil Nas X
fan.
Yeah. So
I like him. He'd be very young,
He is very young.
How old is he?
Well, that's a very good question. I think he's like 21.
Damn.
Let's see. We're gonna take a look here, guys. See Lil Nas X.
He's like a big deal.
He is a big deal. 22 years old.
Oh my God, he's born in 1999.
Yeah, he's almost a 2000 baby, Rose.
Oh my God.
Oh, we're old, guys. We're old.
I love it. Yeah, but he's definitely something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and see, like, he's like, I can just see, as soon as I typed in some of the articles, Lil Nas is responding to a post calling his industry baby, that's the song, music video sexually irresponsible.
Why? Because it's men doing it?
Exactly. Like, and not only is it literally men, but it's men with another man.
Yeah.
So he's having like gay backup dancers or whatever.
So that's sexually irresponsible?
Exactly.
Because gay people don't have sex.
Exactly. Well, and apparently, again, in the rap industry, it's okay. Yeah. It's okay if it's women in thongs doing booty claps.
No, it's only okay if it's women in thongs next to a male rapper.
Yes.
But if it's women in thongs in their own music video like Cardi B,
yes,
then it's a problem.
Exactly.
Like the fact that the song WAP, that song got so much backlash because that music video was very sexual. Yeah. I'm like, have you not seen the 5,000 music videos that came out before this?
Oh my God, I know.
With every single woman wearing like a thong, singing about all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
But because they're next to a man, or the man is the one singing it, it's fine. Fucking ridiculous.
I know, but that's why I like honestly, Lil Nas is like, I feel like he's like challenging that.
I love it. I mean?
So
yeah, love it.
Can't wait to see what next happens with Lil Nas X. Hopefully good, guys. I'm loving.
What is this? Lil Nas X's father responds to DaBaby's
homophobic
gotta love all these rap names.
I know.
Homophobic rant. Sit down.
Oh God.
What did DaBaby say?
Well, there's DaBaby throwing
is
some
that
cash.
DaBaby?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he is a little baby.
Lil Nas X's father has become the latest person to criticize the remarks DaBaby made during his performance. Oh God, we have to read. Okay, so it said, at the Miami event, DaBaby shouted to the crowd, "Fellas, if you ain't sucking D in the parking lot, God damn all these damn ads.
I know. Oh God.
Put your cell phone lighter up." Oh my God.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Just so bad.
It is like, it's literally 2021 people.
I know. Like basically being like, again, that whole like idea that like you can't like rap music. Rap music is for heterosexuals, all this stuff. I'm like, it's just so stupid. And then the comment received huge negative reaction. And now the father, Lil Nas X, has offered his thoughts on Instagram. Bruh, sit down. You had your time. I love that his father is also like coming in there and like, that's
defending
so nice.
him. Yeah. DaBaby also made a number of comments regarding HIV positive people. If you didn't show up today with HIV, AIDS, or any of them deadly sexually transmitted diseases that'll make you die in 2 to 3 weeks, then put your
How old is this? Crazy.
I think he's just very young and dumb.
Yeah.
Like this sounds like he doesn't know anything.
Yeah.
Because like that sounds like something you say when you're like in the 80s when AIDS first came out, because people people live a long time now, even if you're HIV positive.
Exactly. It's not a death sentence anymore,
yeah.
right? So
God, get your facts straight, fucking da baby. Okay,
I know, da baby.
You are
needs
a fucking baby. You are fucking baby.
His name is so appropriate, guys. He needs to go back home and cry.
Seriously,
like just
honestly. God. But yeah, any other stories, Daniel? Oh, what's shocking?
Well, I don't know if this is really that shocking. Did you hear about the whole Austin McBroom?
Who's Austin McBroom?
So apparently he founded this like social gloves event, but it's not really that interesting.
Oh God. I mean, we can talk. I mean, he is a very obnoxious YouTuber.
Yeah.
He's like family vlogger.
Oh, is he? He's a family
blogger. He's a family vlogger. He has a family channel called The Ace Family.
Yeah.
And they're like huge.
Yeah.
I don't watch them, don't know anything about them, but obviously their viewers are probably very young because like they have like young kids, and they're just very well known, very like notorious for just exploiting their children. You know, like the
typical family
vlog. They are like the epitome.
Okay.
So they do a lot of like shady, like, you know, business things, try to, you know, sell all kinds of random things to their audience.
Yeah.
And
I guess
primarily
children.
Exactly.
Themselves.
And I guess they recently did some sort of boxing event.
Yeah.
And then nobody got paid.
Did you hear about this event though?
I think I heard about it a little bit.
So Social Gloves, basically, from my understanding, is it was like those big organized events where there was like YouTubers versus Twitter versus TikTokers. They're all gonna fight each other, and like I don't know. Anyway, there's like a big huge thing, and they're called. I guess there's the exhibition fights. Are a recent trend in the sport of boxing, and celebrities across various verticals are diving in for this opportunity. That said, on June 12th, 2021, Social Gloves came out with a boxing event between the YouTubers and TikTokers, as you said, in which the alleged owner of Social Gloves, Austin McBroom, took part. So apparently he allegedly owns this company. However, a few days after the event, it was reported that Social Gloves had gone bankrupt. Furthermore, it didn't pay any of the celebrities for its June 12th event. As this story did rounds on social media, everyone was keen to hear something from Social Gloves' management side. McBroom came out and commented on the same. In the conversation with the Hollywood Fix, he said, "You got Social Gloves, which is the promotion company that put the event together, right? That organizes the fight, that puts together the event. Live X Live is a live stream partner. In order for an event to take place, you need a live stream partner. Everyone thinks Social Gloves just did everything. No. I guess that makes no sense whatsoever. He's just being very convoluted." And then he says here, so the reason why the fighters haven't got paid yet is because Live X Live has been holding on to all the funds and they have not paid Social Gloves 1 penny.
What the?
This to me just sounds like a little thing where it's like, okay, Rose, I'm organizing this event. This company's organizing it, but actually this company's the one that's going to pay you, and it's linked to this company. Oh my God. And you ain't never going to get your money.
And why did they file bankruptcy?
I have no idea. It doesn't really say.
Because that doesn't make any sense. So you didn't have any expenses then? Because isn't that the main like, what did you pay for, bitch?
Exactly. And like, I just don't get it.
Oh my God.
I guess they said that like on June 25th, Social Gloves revealed that they are working tirelessly to sort out the situation. But like, how pissed would you be?
Oh my God, literally.
You go to this event and they said that they went bankrupt, but that this event was big. Like, I remember everyone was talking about it. I think Logan Paul was there. Some other people were there, and they're all like, yeah, this is like amazing. And
you got to make it, you got to pay in advance, bitch.
This is the thing. Or at least maybe take part of it in advance.
Yes, exactly.
But this guy just seems like an idiot.
He's definitely an idiot. Like I don't understand why he's famous.
Oh, there's so many people like that on the web. Where
he's
I'm just
such an idiot.
I'm like,
I don't get it.
Why?
Oh God.
But anyway, so that sucks for those people that didn't get paid, and
it really does.
I mean, I'm sure there'll be some lawsuits to follow, but you know,
we'll see what happens.
That's kind of brewing under the underbelly, guys, with Mr. McBroom.
What's going on now, Daniels?
Well, the last story I wanted to talk about really quickly.
Oh God.
We kind of talked about it last time.
I know.
But have you read about how bad the fires are getting in BC?
Like it's gotten even worse.
It has. So I just wanted to read you one excerpt that I found from this. Is it excerpt or excerpt? Excerpt. So
I thought about it as soon as you said it. I was like, that sounds funny.
That doesn't sound right. So it's at the very end here, but it's kind of crazy. So,
oh God,
just right now in BC, guys, which is the province
we're talking
about
the wildfires again. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah. So our whole city, like even when we flew in this morning from Toronto, the whole city is like just full of smoke. You can barely see, and I'm sure it's worse in BC where the fires are actually originating.
Yeah.
And basically, this is quoted from this article from CTV News. We're over 1,200 fires to date, which is over double the 10-year average for this time of the year, said I can't pronounce Disrosiers. And compared to last year, we're almost double the fires we had for the whole year right now in BC.
Okay, let me reread this to just soak it all in.
Soak it in, Rose.
We're over 1,200 fires to date. So this is
that's the number of fires, yeah.
Which is over double the 10-year average for this time of year. Mm-hmm. So basically the 10-year average before was like less than 600 fires a year.
Yeah.
And now we're over double.
Yeah.
And compared to last year, we're almost double the fires we had for the whole year of last year.
Yeah. So last year, BC for the whole year had like around less than 600.
And last year was still like pretty bad, wasn't it?
Now we're at 1,200 fires.
What do we do?
And the worst thing is, guys, I was reading another article about like Vancouver and stuff, and apparently like the heat wave like is just not stopping.
Oh,
like,
really? What's going on right now in Vancouver?
It's just going to be like temperatures are expected to continue to rise. Like it's going to be pretty hot again.
Yeah.
For Vancouver areas.
I guess average
BC.
temperature in Vancouver usually in July is 22 degrees. However, right now it's around 27 degrees.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And according to Environment Canada, highest temperatures will occur Thursday through Saturday, with daytime temperatures rising 3 to 5 degrees into high 20s and low 30s, which is not going to help these fires, guys, because everyone's like, these fires are like really, it's getting crazy because it's super hot and it's just, we're not getting any rain. And
what do we do?
God damn, I don't know. Like, what is going to happen? Like, this is just, I feel like, do you think that we've hit the tipping point, Rose? And it's going to actually
why do we always scare people at the end of our podcast?
I know. It's just like.
Daniels, I don't know.
God damn, guys.
Honestly, I'm hoping that that we're over worrying.
Maybe we're over worrying because it's hitting us more right now. You know what I mean?
Maybe because, like, I mean, to be fair, other places, in the world has definitely seen like all kinds of different problems
way worse,
too, right?
Yeah.
So for us, it's because it's hitting closer to home.
Yeah.
But like, it definitely is a fucking problem when we're seeing it here too. That means it's like probably worse in other places too.
Yeah. Because I do think like, and I could be wrong here, guys, but I feel like in certain parts of the world, your climate's like a bit more regulated.
Yeah.
So, like in Canada, for example, we typically have the 4 seasons, and it's very like, and some areas they get a bit more extreme weather even before they would like sometimes get tsunamis or hurricanes. But now what's happening is like they're getting those more frequently,
right?
Instead of just having it once in a while. And now we're starting to get like huge heat waves and like,
it's weird,
massive fire, like huge fires. Like BC and Alberta always have forest fires, and it's actually a natural part of a forest cycle because you do need to burn and then you get that regrowth. So it's part of the whole cycle of life, but like the amount that we're having
that's not normal,
is not normal.
It's
and I know Australia like a couple of years ago they had their massive fires. Like I don't know, guys, this is just, I
know it's actually really bad.
It's scaring me.
But what are we supposed to do?
Just keep living our life, I guess. Like, what can we do? Like, what do we do in this situation? Like,
I don't know.
I don't know. I just, it makes me like nervous. Like something's coming.
What's coming?
I don't know. God damn.
We have to stay here. We can't move. We can't go anywhere else.
Oh God, Rose. We can't go on holidays anymore.
I mean, we can go on holidays.
God damn, not if you don't want to get bed bugs.
Oh God. Anyway, I mean, maybe someone has a solution.
Yeah. Could be.
Maybe, one day Jeff Bezos will turn around, he'll listen to this podcast and be like, maybe I want to make a change.
Jeff Bezos, if you're listening, first of all, we'd welcome you on the podcast. We'd love to interview you. And secondly, there's a lot of great ideas that we have on how to spend your money. So give us both a call.
We can be your new financial advisors.
Exactly. We can help you spend your money and we'll get you on the podcast.
We'll up your popularity. Okay?
Exactly.
We will make people like you again.
You'll be on one of the top 50% of podcasts in the world. God damn.
Oh gosh. Anyway.
So
is that it for the stories?
I think so, Rose. That'd be our episode for today. A little bit shorter than usual, but we're a little bit more tired than usual.
We be done, guys. We be done.
Yeah.
I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I hope you enjoyed our little story time.
Yeah.
I mean,
we might be bringing you another one. I mean, we're going to Montreal.
Yeah, in September.
So we're going to have some more story times probably for you guys then. Hopefully Rose doesn't, develop more ailments on that trip.
Guys, now I just know every time I go and sleep in a new bed, I'm just going to check the bed. Check the fucking bed, guys. It is not worth getting bed bugs. I am telling you, I am itchy. I am uncomfortable, and it's not good.
And we also realized that like whenever me and Rose travel together, nothing happens to me.
It's always me.
Rose gets so much shit happen to her. Like the bed bugs. There was like both. I remember we went to Glasgow and we went to Malta. Both times Rose got super sick. I was fine, but Rose was dying.
Why do I get Daniel? Are you? Honestly, the whole time, guys, I was asking Daniel. I was like, "Are you putting something in my food?"
Yeah.
I was like, "This isn't normal." You know.
No.
I've been listening to a lot of true crime.
That's true.
And I'm just thinking, what would he be putting in my food?
Well, I think that when we look at all of the trips that we've done, majority of them, something's happened to you. So I think that's a fair assessment, Rose, because I think the minority, there's been a few trips where nothing has happened.
Exactly.
And that's a rarity.
I can't think of one where nothing has happened, Daniel.
Oh my God, it's so
I always have some sort of health issue. Oh my gosh.
Oh, guys.
So yeah, I mean, Montreal, let's see what happens. And then that might be the last trip that we do together.
Because you can't travel with me.
Because for my own health and safety, you are a hazard to me.
I'm dying. Oh, guys, I'm actually dying. But it's just funny because it's so true. Like,
it is so true.
And I don't understand how nothing happens to me.
Maybe you're just this very strong, healthy person.
Well, not when I'm drinking. That's for damn sure. I'm surprised more stuff hasn't happened. Well, I do get a lot of stuff stolen. So I think that's my,
but that's you being wasted.
Yeah, true. It's not a skin condition or an ailment or like a sickness,
I mean, I drink all the time too.
That's true. That's very true.
Anyway, guys, well, we're going to leave it here. Thank you so much for listening. Mm-hmm. Make sure you check us out on Patreon. We're going to do a bonus episode very soon, which means I think we're going to do a live stream.
We are going to do a live stream.
We're going to have to figure out the technology because both of us are not good with technology.
We're going to, if any of you guys have any suggestions on live streaming and how the best way to do it, put that down below. But yeah, that's going to be an exclusive for our little Patreon community.
Yes.
We're going to do a live.
Why are we doing the bonus, Daniel?
So the bonus episode, guys, we said we were going to do something special once we got to 100 Patreons.
Yes. So now we have over 100.
Exactly. So we're going to throw you guys something very, very special. Mm-hmm. So yeah, if you want to check that out, there's exclusive episodes, lots of cool content on there. Get all the episodes a week early and ad free, and that's patreon.com/The SaVeg Podcast.
Yes, guys, and check us out on Instagram. Follow us at The SaVeg Podcast. Give us a little like on YouTube, and of course subscribe and give us a rating wherever you're watching, listening, whatever it is. Exactly. And pray for me, guys.
Pray for Rose, and fingers crossed she doesn't develop anything else while hanging out with me. So,
guys.
And you know what?
You might need to save me from this one.
Exactly. We'll leave you guys with a positive message, guys. Everyone sleep tight and don't let the bed bugs bite.
Bye, guys.
You're welcome.
I'm going to kill Daniel now.
Bye. Bye.